Welcome back to Lane 757. This week is National Teen Driver Safety Week, and this week and every week really is a great time to have a conversation with your teen and revisit rules while they are driving. According to the CDC, car accidents are the second leading cause of death among teenagers in the United States. I know when I was a teenager, I got in a lot of car accidents. Sorry, Mom and Dad. So I can attest that this is true. Here with us today to walk us through teen driving safety is David Ratz, an attorney from Huffman and Huffman. Welcome, David.
Good afternoon, guys.
Hey there.
All right. First off, what are the most common factors that put teen drivers at risk more than others?
Well, I think by far the biggest one is inexperience. And, they're new drivers. They're just learning how to control the vehicle, use the vehicle. And, they really just don't have an experience being on the road with other drivers. They may have got a little practice, in driver's ed or with their parents in the car. But by far, that's the biggest factor. Another one with teens is, their feeling of invincibility or, they have a high risk tolerance. So sometimes that can really affect, obviously, the way they drive, maybe not driving properly or inappropriately, but also in how they react.
Got you.
Of all the above.
Yeah, and I know for parents it's got to be tough. I think Patricia's the only one that's gone through that process of teaching their children to drive. But I know I got about another 5 years. But what are some of the ways that parents can keep teens safe out there?
Well, one of the biggest things is number one, role modeling, and that starts early because your kids, even when they're young, they're in the car, right? So you can role model to your kids, and as they get older and get into the teen driving years, even while you're driving with them in the car, you can talk to them about different situations that you're encountering. Have those discussions both while you're on the road and off the road. The other thing, the biggest thing is practice. They need lots and lots of practice. As you guys probably know, as driving, you encounter so many different experiences with other drivers, with different road changes, construction. And those are some of the things you can't prepare for until you're out there. And so practice is a big deal. And the other thing is rules and boundaries. As parents, those are important. I have a teen driver. I've got two coming up very soon. Rules and boundaries are extremely important. They hate it. They don't like it, but it's helped more often than not.
Nice. That's right, Davey. And I've been there before because I have two, not teenagers anymore, 25 and 21. But not all the new drivers that are involved in an accident are at fault. What are some things that parents should keep in mind and discuss with their children?
Well, really, what to do after an accident. Most adults don't know what to do after an accident if they have not been in one or if they've not gone through the process of dealing with accidents and insurance companies or even lawsuits. But it's important to discuss with your teen, what do you do? Do you call the police? Do you not call the police? What do you do with your vehicle? Do you leave it in the lane? Do you move it off to the side? What do you say to the other driver? What do you not say to the other driver? That's sometimes just as important. Or, when the police show up, what do you tell them? What do you do with insurance companies? So a lot of things to discuss if they are involved in an accident.
In my case, they always call me first. I'm like, no, you need to call the police.
Sometimes that may be appropriate, but most of the time not.
Now, what are some resources that parents or caregivers of teens can turn to for help in keeping their kids safe?
So there's lots of different things you can do. One is tracking apps. Sounds terrible, but there are some apps that help keep tabs on where your kids are at. And frankly, my kids tend to use them with us. So those are good. There's a lot of vehicle safety guards. Go over with a lot of newer vehicles. There are a lot of different safety features that lock out your phone or things like that while you're driving. There's, teendriversource.org, Drive Safe Hampton Roads. It's drivesafehr.org, or even the NHTSA has a website. They have a lot of resources, and then insurance companies themselves have a lot of resources on their own website. So those are all valuable resources that you can use to help your team.
All right. Well, David, just really quick before we get out of here, I know Huffman and Huffman is a huge supporter of nonprofits in the community. Really quick, what are one or two organizations your firm supports?
Yeah, so we work with the local food banks as well,
Mhm.
Toys, CHKD. We work with the Fairfest and Friedrich's ataxia disease.
Okay.
So, and then also even Drive Safe Hampton Roads. So those are all
Gotcha.
different organizations we participate with.
Well, what a great information, David. Thank you so much for your time. And our friends from Huffman and Huffman, we encourage everyone to check the website if you have any questions. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you. Nice seeing you guys.
Yes, thank you.